Hello guys, I've just been working on updating Space Aces for 1.12 and I wanted to kind of bring you guys in a little behind the scenes in how I create a class, because today we're going to be adding one new class to Space Aces. This will be fun because we're going to do completely everything that's required to make a new class, including the coding and the resource pack weapons. So I'm excited to get all of this done and show you guys how I do so. So the first thing I want to do is to make all of the textures and the models. So we're going to head over to a program. So here we are in Blockbench, which is created by Janus X11, I believe. Previously I used Mr. Crayfish's model creator, but this one has got a lot better features, I believe, and it's smoother. So I'm going to go ahead and import something that I've been working on. Here we go. And I've got to fix the UV. So here we go. This is kind of what I started creating, and it's supposed to be like some sort of melee weapon that takes energy away from the person that it attacks. So this class is going to absorb energy from other enemies and then use that energy for their main weapon, which I'll get into later. But I'm going to detail this out, and we're going to get into kind of a time lapse. So I hope you guys enjoy. So this is kind of what I came up with. It's a little bit on the crazy side, but it's rather simplistic, and I think it'll fit in pretty well with the rest of the tools and weapons within the game. I was kind of going for a Tron disc, but making it sliced in half and a little bit more menacing than a Tron disc, where it kind of got that circular appeal, but without as much labor. So what makes this program better than Mr. Crayfish's modeling program is that you've got the display where you can see how it looks when it's held. So this looks a little bit kind of crazy looking. I think we could, well, we don't want to rotate it, whoops. I think about the middle's fine there, and then we could, I was hoping, yeah, make it look more like you're gripping it. So I think that'll work. And it also has all of the different views, so third person, first person, right? So, and then first person is kind of what is key with these. And I think this will do pretty much what we want it to do. We need to translate the left hand up more. And finally, let's adjust the translation in the window. I think 45 is what I had it. Well, maybe not. How do we make this look normal? I think right there is fine. And translate it to the left just a little bit to center it. So here we go. We've got kind of the first one done. And actually, let's scale it up. Oh, yeah, it's funny, you can scale it up in some dimensions, but not others. Yeah, just a little bit bigger. So now let's look at this in-game. Okay, so we're done making this. This is what it looks like in-game. I just did the clay ball retexture. And I think it looks pretty good. You've got the minor glitches when you look around, but I don't think it'll be too overly distracting in-game. I think it should be relatively fine. And you compare that to the blue gun. I say they're about they fit in pretty well with each other. So now we just have to make one that is red. And once we do that, we can work on the next thing. I'll go ahead and do that off camera though. And here we've got the red variant. If you compare, the colors gray and black always switch between the two weapons. And you've got the red beam instead of the blue. So I think these turned out pretty well. Now let's work on the main weapon. And we'll jump back into the 3D model creator for that. So we're back into the block bench model creator. And I loaded up the main pistol. And we're going to use this as a kind of a starting point for the gun that we're going to make. The gun that we're going to make is a shotgun of some sort. And I want it to have, let's go with 6 shots if it's on full charge. And I want to display that somehow on the gun. So maybe we could have a light, like chamber lights, or we could have a screen. We'll see it the way it looks within the game. So I'm going to start working on this, and we're going to do another time lapse, and we'll see how it looks when we're all done. And so here we have it in game. I think it turned out pretty nice, actually. It does feel kind of like a shotgun, and it should be just as good as I expected. Now I have to make the red one, and I'll show you how I can make it so that every time you shoot, it reduces this bar, because this is kind of going to be an indicator for how many rounds you have left. And we'll go ahead and look at how to do that. Well, okay, now, so I've got all of the models created. If I middle click these, oh, I guess that doesn't. I don't need to. So that's full charge, missing 1 charge, missing 2, missing 3, missing 4, missing 5, and completely empty. The last one is just to kind of indicate that the gun has got ammo at all. And I also did that for the red ones. And so now I have to make all of the commands, and I'm going to spare you guys that because it's kind of a lot of trial and error, and it's not super fun to watch. So I'll come back when that's pretty much done. So I got quite a bit of it done. Kind of the overall concept of the class is finished. I still have to do the hat with all the special statistics on it. But I wanted to kind of show you how it works. So you have, I have to rename this weapon too. You have your main gun, which is the plasma spray gun. But to charge it, you have to hit entities. And I've got a placeholder sound. And once it hits 6, you can see it down here. And it can do quite a bit of damage. But once it runs out, it's out. So yeah, you only need to hit once for it to actually be able to shoot it. But after you hit multiple times, it then shows you the charge thing down here. I didn't want to write a whole bunch of commands just to do a tiny thing. But I'm liking the way this looks, so you can see it charge up when I punch. The last one you can't see, but that's okay. You can see it in third person, but when you're shooting, you can see it slowly go down, which is kind of a cool effect that I do like quite a bit. And I feel like this class will be very fun to play as. So I'm going to go ahead and do the red side and the hats and everything else pretty much. And I'll get back with you guys when we're ready to kind of show the majority of it off. I might have a couple extra things to do, but maybe I won't. So we'll see. So it looks like we're pretty much done. I finished up the red, and now we can see it charge up, just like the blue, and go down when we shoot. So I do like the progress that we made today. I also did the helmet, and he has, as you can see, double health, and he also has a movement speed buff. Because with a shotgun you want to get up right close to your enemies, shoot, and then kind of run away once you run out of ammo. Or with this class, punch them a couple times, then run away, heal up, and then do a lot more damage to him. So think of it as a more, much higher damage scout, kind of. But I'm gonna need your guys' help for the name of this class. And I don't know, I don't have any ideas for backstory behind him. So I'll let you guys come up with that. But if you like this video, a like is always appreciated. And I will be releasing this Space Aces for 1.12 pretty soon, actually. So be looking forward to that. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. And have a good day. Bye bye.